when we feel the calf muscle, I already released it, but it won't let go. And so what that tells me is by shortening it, holding it for the 90 seconds, and it's still not letting go, I forgot to check the hamstring. And when I feel his hamstring, he has significant tension in the hamstring and a little bit in the glute. And so we always release the part that's tense above first. So instead of doing this first, I should have come up here first. So the way that we're gonna do that is to shorten the hamstring. We're gonna bend the knee, but we're also gonna lift his leg up a little bit higher than his hip, and that shortens it. So he's gonna lift it up, and I'm just gonna sneak underneath him like this, and we're just gonna hold it like this, and then let that go. There you go, and then we're gonna do this. Now, he does not have trekking poles. He could use the pole, wrap it around his foot, and then hold it that way, but he doesn't have them. So then a really good solution for him is to take, you're gonna hold that there for me. Yeah, it's gonna wiggle a little bit. There you go. So he's gonna take his jacket, and he's just gonna use the, like across the chest piece on his foot, and then hold the I almost said the handles. Hold the arms as handles. There you go. And you're just gonna gently rest it here. And now this is nice and soft and squishy. So we're shortening the hamstring muscle to be able to put the hamstring muscle and the trigger point under into slack. And by shortening it and putting it into slack for the 90 seconds, it's gonna release. And we had already done this, so he's finished. And then on trail, he's not gonna have me with him, so he can just lift up and rest his thigh on something like this. And that's pretty low, so he will probably have to use more like his backpack. And then he's just gonna again do this with the jacket and hold. And that's gonna release his hamstring. So let's feel how that did. Yeah, much better. Good. So now, do you see what happened? So now I don't even have to go back and release the calf. Once we released the hamstring, this let go. So those of you that are releasing your calves, if you've got it shortened and you're holding it the full 90 seconds, but it's not letting go, know to look above and just go ahead and check your hamstring. Okay, so we're just gonna check here, the lower piece. The soleus has a lot of tension too. So we're gonna release that as well. Now he's been complaining of pain across the top of his foot and across the front of his shin into the posterior tib. So we're gonna release all this first, but drop that leg. When you do the releasing, it's really important that the muscle's nice and relaxed. There you go. And we're just gonna hold this closer to this and take up some slack and hold it for 90 seconds. And then we'll release the posterior tib, and then we'll feel what's happening on the front of the foot and the front of the shin and see what it needs. There. Nice. Now come up and sit up. And you're going to scoot right back. You're going to put the pillow underneath your knees. Yeah, your hamstrings are tight.
Yeah.
So for you, I mean, it's very apparent you have tight hamstrings. So people always ask me about stretching, and I keep saying, oh, don't stretch. I don't mean not to stretch at all. You very clearly have shortened length of your hamstrings, and that's an issue for you. It's really important you stretch them to maintain as much mobility in them as possible. It's just important that if you have all that tension and trigger points in there, you shorten it and release it first, and then you stretch them. Yeah. Stretching is very important, and it's fantastic. If you need it, you need it. But you just need to do it at the right time. Yeah. And it's which side? This side.
The side. Okay.
So what you're going to do is open up that knee. Oh, that's not bad. There's a little bit right here. But that's not bad at all. Is that even sore?
It feels a little bit more sore in the bottom that you were working on than the top.
Than the top. Like, this feels really good. And that's the thing, you have to always check, because most people have lots of tension here, but you didn't. So there's no reason to release that. There's no tension in it.
Yeah.
Yours is more through here. Yeah. Right there. So then we're going to lift it up to shorten it. And the posterior tib typically likes, it likes that. Do you feel the difference? So I'm lifting it up, so in this direction to shorten it, and then I'm bringing it closer to each other.
Okay.
And I'm not squeezing it, I'm shortening it.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah. So you'll feel, so you're trying to put slack, there it is, into the trigger point so that it can release and let go. And then all the tension goes away. And we're gonna hold for
96.
Yeah. The magical number. And if you feel it let go before the 90 seconds, just let go. Because once it's released, it's released. But a lot of times you won't know whether it's released there. And look how fast that was, and it's just done. Perfect. So let's feel the front of this.
Lucky.
I didn't like that. Go ahead and lift up. Ooh, we're easy. There, now let's feel. Go ahead and relax. Ooh, there you go. Now, when you were feeling your pain, is it through here or does it go more this way?
I guess like from looking at this,
tell?
it goes more just straight down.
Okay.
But when I'm like standing up, it looks more this way.
But it's here.
Yeah, it's like right there.
Okay. So I'm gonna have you lie on your back and bring your feet here. Yeah, there you go. So let's feel what's happening right. Is it right through here? Oh yeah, right there.
Yeah.
You can feel it. Feel all that tension in there? So that's good because if I can feel it, it's just tissue tension.
Yeah.
And if it's tissue tension, what are we gonna do to it? Shorten, right? So let's. Feel. It doesn't want that first. And the reason I say that is when I go to move it, it didn't like it. Like it resisted back a lot. And so the idea is we're not forcing anything to do anything. It's just the opposite. We're trying to figure out what there it wants that. Do you feel the difference?
See what you kind of like scooped out and then back in.
I did. So I'm bringing your foot back, but I'm lifting this up first. And it's just, I just feel there's no resistance there when I go back. And so and then I'm going to give just a slight in the opposite direction. Once we do that, then I'll go down to the foot and see if the foot will let me release it. But if you feel resistance, just get off that part and move either above or below and see what it does want to do and have it move, release it in a place where it wants to let go and move. Does that make sense? There. It likes that a lot. You feel the difference?
Yeah.
And it just keeps letting go. And yours is very similar to what we just did with Tori as well. It's really similar. Oh, you had quite a blister here.
Yeah, it's kind of like it keeps happening and I kind of keep popping it.
Yeah, but now that you have more mobility in your ankle, now that your ankle moves so much better, you'll be able to get a better heel strike and you won't be left up on your toes so much. And it looks like you're just really pushing off really high.
I have really bad shoes. I don't know where my shoes are.
We can look.
I think they're under the
I
bed.
have. Oh yeah, we can look later.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like the problem is my toes get kind of like because I have really narrow shoes. I have Nike Pegasuses.
Oh.
Yeah.
Have you thought about switching?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the town to switch because they have them here. And they have the wide toe boxed ultras, but they have the more supportive ultras.
But yeah, I think that's why I'm getting the blisters is because my toes are just getting too cramped up, and so it's pinching down there below.
Without the motion in this ankle, because isn't that interesting? You don't have it on that foot; you only have it on this foot. You have it on the same foot. You didn't have enough ankle motion.
Yeah, right.
Whereas this one moves perfectly fine, and there's absolutely there's nothing there. It's nice and clean and clear. But you're obviously putting a lot of extra pressure there and here because those are your two blister spots. It's interesting.
Yeah.
But now that you have more motion in your ankle, that should make a big difference because now you won't be spending so much time on your toes. You'll be able to be longer on your heel like you're meant to be. Yeah.
Yeah, because the other physical therapist was telling me to shorten my stride, which has helped, but I'm definitely more of a heel to toe, and I've been trying to force myself to go toe to heel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and so I mean
And
it's been a big change.
When you do toe to heel, that's going to stress this.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not meant to go toe to heel. We're meant to go heel toe. We're not meant to go toe heel. Not walking.
Yeah.
Not walking. And when you go toe heel, you're stressing the bejeebies out of this spot. This whole front side, especially going downhill, gets very stressed.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's what my problem was too.
You were probably doing that maybe with your knee pain, Tori.
Yeah.
There. Feel the difference now? And now
Yeah, I actually like have range
nice?
of motion.
Yeah, look at that. And it like it's letting me do that. And you said it before how this is like your whole foot's tilted and it's going to the outside, like everting. It likes that. So that's how we're going to release it. And then we'll go to this front spot and probably be done. We'll feel what it needs. There, just let go. Good. So now, so you're going to need to do that same tilting that I showed Tori earlier, okay? To keep that talus in that neutral position and to keep it active and mobile, because it wants to fall in as well, and it was falling in because of the lack of ankle motion. But now that you have the motion, good. And now, how does that feel through there?
Feels fine.
Yeah, before it hurt when I touched it.
Yeah.
Is it still tender, or does that feel better?
There's maybe a little bit of pain
Right
just
there?
when you were putting like a lot of pressure.
Is it there?
No, when you were doing the sort of like
Is it more here?
yeah, right there.
Okay,
There's just a little bit of pain, but definitely not as much as before.
good. Okay, so I was trying to shorten it by moving the foot. It just doesn't like that. So then if it's resisting you, always go to the point of where is it sore, and then just go local. Go right next to it, and then right above and below there. And do you feel the difference with now? It actually it likes that. Like there's no resistance, and that should release it and take that tension away.
And you're doing.
I'm just here. I'm just around the spot. So when we release, we're not pushing on the trigger point, we're putting slack onto it. So we're just a little above, a little below. And then yours also liked this motion with it at the same time. So let's feel that now. It's just a weird spot.
Yeah.
There. Feel the difference?
Yeah. No
Okay.
pain now.
That's cool. So that really liked just this. Again, just locally shortening it, taking up the slack, making it be soft, squishy with wrinkles. Now stand up and walk around and feel how that